Welcome back to Cinders. We have just been with the prince and the Carmos's daughters trying to, well, they weren't both trying to get him, but okay, so it's the ball. All right, I'm almost there and all ready. Time to make my grand entrance. Here we go. All right, I guess we click on the palace now. What's with the ground shaking? They're both so pretty. A complete and utter disaster. You have no idea how much this will cost our family. You had a chance to secure the future for yourselves. And for your children and their children. You'll be very lucky to find a single man in the kingdom willing to court you after that display you gave tonight. And good riddance. This is so creepy. Like, these guys in the background, they're just creepy. What did you say? Mother, look. There's some commotion in the ballroom. I think someone important has arrived. Indeed, whoever that is, they can't afford to be late, so I'm guessing it really has to be someone important. Everyone has gone silent. What's going on? It looks like we have a latecomer, and an interesting one at that. I think she looks silly. I don't like this, and this dress is sort of strange. I think she's cuter with her normal outfit, I gotta say. But her hair is very pretty. That is a mighty fine dress. Wait, is that... I think I know her. I don't applaud her lack of punctuality, but she certainly knows how to make an entrance. I wonder who she might be. I don't think punctuality is among the top qualities expected from a future queen. What about stunning looks? Not a prerequisite, but then again, neither is courage, and this one clearly has plenty of both. Watch out, my prince, she's coming. Good evening, your highness, and you too, captain. Good evening, my lady. Now, if you please excuse me, my prince. Good evening, my lady. I have noticed you just arrived. I hope you're not offended by my late arrival, prince. These halls are so magnificent and tastefully arranged that it would be a crime to disrupt their harmony by careless attire. Not at all, my lady. It often takes an outsider's perspective to make us realize the beauty we have grown accustomed to, especially if it's tangled with memories not equally beautiful. I agree. From my experience, people tend to use beauty as a mask for pain. I guess fine halls are no exception. Neither is exquisite wardrobe. Look around you, my lady. The people you see, beautifully dressed and smiling radiantly, do you think they are happy? They remind me too much of my own family for me to risk claiming that they are happy. Who would have suspected such a young and serene woman to have such a painful experience? Now, would you have suspected it from a prince? One would rather imagine him to lead a life of bliss. A sharp remark. Indeed, it can be blissful as long as it is ignorant. In truth, a monarch is a servant as much as a ruler. A crown or not, a king is just a man, equally dependent on circumstances and others' expectations like the rest of us. It raises an interesting question. Since the king and commoner differ so slightly, shouldn't the people be allowed to rule themselves? I see you're quite the revolutionary. Did you secretly hope to overthrow me? Why, no, there's nothing secret about it. Besides, rumor has it, your highness is planning a revolution of sorts himself. I must admit, you are an intriguing woman, my lady, very different from the rest of the people who came here today. They don't seem to be even slightly bothered by masks they have to wear. I wonder if it's because they wear them every single day as well. Oh, that's so... I knew that was coming. It's just such a good metaphor, for, like, the crap we hide from other people. But you're different. You may be wearing a mask, but you speak to me plainly and honestly, risking being misunderstood or simply rejected. I can appreciate that. even if you did leave me a bit flabbergasted. You judge me very quickly, Prince. I could be many things, none of which I appear at this moment. During the last few days, I've learned that people are as complex as their motivations and agendas. Here is the point of the whole story. People are as complex as their motivations and agendas. Can't label people good or bad. And more importantly, we are all products of circumstances and surroundings. Again, this is the point of the story. I just found it. It would be easier to simply summarize others at first glance, have their actions justified with a simple because, but it would be false, as we can never really grasp what is inside them. I must admit, I find the dictum terrifying, that all of us are merely actors on some stage set out for us. Determinism, no thank you. Be it others or fate, being determined by things we can't control is frightening. I know all too well. You speak of your family? I am. It isn't a light story, Your Highness, definitely not a topic for a polite and charming conversation to make the time pass more pleasantly. I would like to hear about it nevertheless. If I am not asking for too much, please tell me about your family, my lady. How could I refuse you, my prince? Well, my mother died in labor, bringing me into this world. My father eventually remarried a woman who already had 2 daughters. He died soon after that, so now I live with a stepmother and her 2 daughters. That is strange. I've never heard of a noble house with 3 daughters and no father. I recall one family of a widow with 2 daughters, though. How is it possible, my lady? Stepmother doesn't see me as one of her daughters. She allows me to stay in her house under one condition. I work as a servant for a bed and board. Those who are familiar with the family know of my existence. As for others, I wouldn't be surprised if she told everyone she has 2 daughters, and that is that. That's unbelievable! I did warn you about this topic. It isn't very entertaining. No, I'm glad you told me about it. It showed me how ignorant I still am, and how little I know about my own realm. Well, in that case, I'm glad you asked me about my life. Look at me babbling like a lunatic. You must be wondering whatever happened to royal manners. I force you to speak about things which must be painful during a ball. When you're supposed to be taking our minds off unpleasant things, please allow me to make amends. Would you do me the honor? Oh, I'm not really a dancer. Don't worry, my lady. I will show you. I'm sorry, that was just funny. Oh yeah, because that looks exactly like him. You're right. This is funny. All right, maybe I can learn something from you as well, my prince. Is this all right? You're doing fine, my lady. This isn't as difficult as I expected. Not that I had expected to be dancing with you, my prince. I taught my 5-year-old how to dance, and he said the same thing. This isn't as hard as I thought. Cute. And yet, here we are. It feels very natural, too. Who knows? Maybe it was fate that brought the 2 of us together. I used to think about fate in a similar way until someone told me that sometimes one's fate is to decide how fate should be altered. Even though the most important things in life are given and we have little or no say as far as they are concerned. Here we are, back at the not so pleasant topic of necessity and determination. Terrifying, I remember. But in truth, isn't it all we are, decisions we make regardless of fate? When we ignore the fact that we don't and can't know what awaits us in the future? Even if it means ignoring possible consequences of our actions about which we know nothing? Yes, even then. What good is worrying about outcomes which can't be foreseen, prices no one can yet estimate? Some things are set and fixed, everything else is up to us. And all we can do is decide how to act in spite of that. Yes, that is exactly what I have been repeating to myself. This may not be the wisest thing to say in the moment, but I'll say it anyway. I consider myself lucky to have met you tonight, my lady. Luck or not, I am glad as well. Very glad to be here with you, Prince. Have I complimented your eyes already? Strange, I can't seem to remember. Neither can I. Let's assume you haven't. I can't get enough of looking into them. You have these amazing dancing sparkles inside them. They suit you more than well. They speak of wit and intelligence. Now I'm sure you haven't complimented my eyes. Oh, please do continue. What else do you find attractive? Okay, sometimes I get confused as to what it means. I will then. I adore watching your lips as well. They move so gracefully when you speak, as if conveying a promise. And what promise have you read from them? I dare not say it. Let's move on. Your neck. Skip the neck, Prince. What about my chest? Chest is not the word I'd use. And what word would you prefer? I think we should get to know each other a little better before we switch to a more colloquial vernacular. I'd love to get to know you better, my lady. You will have your chance, my prince, if you're persistent enough and constant in your ambition. But we tend to undervalue things we achieve effortlessly. Let me give you an obstacle, my prince. You may thank me later. You really are incredible, my lady. And you wouldn't have it any other way, my lord. Good night, and thank you for this unforgettable evening. Mother, is that? We'll all be Cinders! Carmosa, girls, are you enjoying the ball? I certainly am. Brazen little brat, how dare you come here, show off in front of the prince like some harlot, and steal his attention away from my daughters? Oh, really? Because the girls were doing so well on their own. You know, I think it's always easier to be charming and make a good impression on people when you're relaxed and confident about what you're doing. I came here out of my own will, Carmosa, while your poor daughters only came because of either fear or they don't want to disappoint you. They came because they knew it's important. They came because you put the weight of your sick ambition on their shoulders and whipped them to make them go faster. The fact that you can't see your mistake makes your failure all the more tragic. Perhaps I was mistaken. Cinders, you were really amazing. Yeah, not bad at all. Thanks. So what are you going to do now? Got any more surprises for the evening? If you do, then please warn us in advance, or someone may have a heart attack. Surprises? What do you expect me to do? I just head back home. I got what I wanted, right? Besides, these shoes are killing me. What are they even made of, blasted thing? It's the left one that almost cut my skin. Let's see, if I can send you flying over the wall, shall we? There, and stay there. I'll be going now. Take care, ladies. She just chucked her shoe over the wall. And there she went. Well, I'd say this has been an entertaining and very educational experience. What do you think, Gloria? Yes, I think I did learn something about myself. All of us, actually. Would you agree, Mother? A mistake. Looks like someone has just been hit with a revelation. Too bad it wasn't sooner. Good evening, Lady Carmosa. Ladies, I'm looking for Cinders. Do you know where I could find her? My lady? Cinders is not here, Captain. Could you tell us why you were looking for her? Royal orders. The prince would like to have a word with her. Cinders has just left, Captain. She seemed to be in a hurry, too, as if trying to get back home before midnight. Funny, since Mother's here, and she wasn't supposed to be here at all, it isn't like she needs to make it before curfew or anything. If that lovely dress was as terrible as her shoes, maybe she just wanted to get back home and take it off as soon as possible. Her shoes? Yes, slippers. Very original design, too. She said they were awfully uncomfortable and then threw one over the wall. The other one is still here on the ground. Slippers. She just chucks her shoe. That is so funny. Later that night. I still can't believe she did it. I would never suspect. Of course, because everyone's as dim-witted as you are and never does anything out of the ordinary or unexpected. Oh yes, I'm sure you were able to foresee this precisely as it happened. Did you see it in the tea leaves or read it in a children's book one afternoon, while avoiding work and being useless as usual? I did entertain the thought she might do something like this, if you must know, but believe what you want, I don't care. I too suspected she might try to do something unthinkable. She was so secretive and compliant at times, I suppose it could point to an inevitable explosion. I didn't expect she had it in her. Gloria, please, sometimes you sound like a cliché villain from a bad romance novel. Of course, if something's not twisted, weird, or shocking, you won't consider it honest. Not everyone is like you, Sophia. I know not everyone is. You're not, though you try hard to be like Mother, enacting the same role no matter the situation. Predictable, boring, stupid. But you are not Carmosa, remember? You do not lead mindlessly, you mindlessly follow, and it shows. Shut up, you... Open up in the name of the prince. It's him. Why would he have to come? And in the middle of the night? Will such wonders never cease? I guess this night of change is not over yet, just as your ridiculous cliché impersonations. There's no time for this now, though I'm sure Mother will deal with you later. I'll go summon her. You do that. Open up! I won't repeat myself. Mother! Oh, Mother! Sorry. Sophia, don't stand like that. Open the door. Let this noisy man in. Yes, Mother. Ah, Captain, what brings you here at this time of night? Spare me the false pleasantries. You know why I'm here. Where is she? Very well. Sophia, get Cinders here right away. Yes, Mother. Be quick about it, child. Captain, would you fancy some wine while we wait for my lazy stepdaughter? Don't push it. You know this is not a courtesy visit. I'm afraid a lot is going to change here tonight. I brought Cinders. Good evening, Captain. What a surprise to see you here. It shouldn't be. You were present at the grand ball tonight? Now answer me honestly. Were you present? Always question. Cinders? Yes, I was, Captain. Then I'm afraid I must arrest you. What? What for? Bloody... I can't believe it, but why? She did nothing wrong. Attendance without a proper formal invitation is a serious breach of security and is considered as action endangering the prince. Well, attendance without a genuine invitation. Cinders, how could you have done such a thing? But I haven't done anything to endanger the prince. Surely you must take that into consideration when you decide my case. I don't know what your reasons were, but that is to come out during questioning. Royal justice has never been known for its soft approach to traitors, my dear. Lady Carmosa, please refrain from commenting. I would like to make this as easy as possible for everyone. Very well, girls, let this man do his duty. I wasn't saying anything, you old hag. But, Cinders, why did you do it? Breaking the law doesn't sound quite like you. I guess it's too late to wonder about that now, isn't it, Captain? I never could understand her, and now she has simply crossed the line. If you must take her, take her. Know that this house respects the royal law. Cinders, I am going to arrest you, but don't do anything stupid. I'll escort you from here and make sure everything is as it should be. You'll be fine, I promise. You are very kind, Captain, but there is no need for that. She is accustomed to hard treatment, so she'll manage. And let us not forget, she did endanger the prince. Yes, I can see what one may or may not be accustomed to here. Would anyone else like to try to tell me how to do my job? Good. Cinders, are you ready? How can I be ready for my own arrest? But yes, do what you must. I get the feeling you might be the lucky one, Cinders, actually breaking free from all this family business. If the guard asks you whether you're ready to be arrested, I want to trade places with you. Sophia! Can we go now, Captain? In the name of the prince, I am arresting you. Now follow me. Good night, ladies. Captain? What's going on? Or what's going to happen to her? It was so rash of her to break the law. Gloria, you are officially a cliché idiot. Besides, wasn't all that unusual? I wonder what's happening now. What do you think, my dear Captain? Was I convincing enough? Ha! You were perfect, Cinders. That was quite a performance. That's good to hear. I was improvising. You caught me by surprise, you know. How about cueing me next time you plan to put my acting skills to a test? For a moment there, I was actually wondering whether you really had come to arrest me. There wasn't much time to come up with a better plan. I was improvising myself. He said he had a plan, remember? However, seeing how well you coped, I'd say it was for the better. Not that it matters. I informed His Royal Highness about my decision to quit the service, and Carmosha shouldn't suspect anything for at least a while. I reckon it should give us enough of an advantage to get far away from here. We're on the run, I won't lie. I'm a bit nervous, are you? Yes, I am, but about a different thing altogether. Escaping is only the beginning. I'm wondering about how our life will look afterwards. I know we talked about it, but it's different from actually standing here, looking at the road and wondering what lies ahead. It won't be easy, that's certain, but what really matters is that we're breaking free. From now on, we'll be able to actually decide about what we do with our lives. Maybe we'll find a quiet town to settle in, or maybe we'll become a pair of famous adventurers. No matter, the point is it's going to be something we actually want to do. She is so naive. I mean, come on, the world is not filled with what you want to do when you get out from under your parents. Instead of having others tell us what we should be doing, yes. And the best part about this new life is, even if it's bad, not really satisfying or fulfilling, at least it's something we chose ourselves. And you can change it, I guess. I, for one, can say my life so far hasn't been the best of all possible lives, and I know exactly whom I should thank for it. But the tricky thing about blaming others is that it doesn't really change anything save our own level of comfort. It's easy to say things are beyond our reach. The way you speak about freedom, Cinders, it makes me think it was actually worth it to abandon everything and go chasing after this dream of yours. My dear Captain, the way I see it, there is nothing else worth chasing after. So what will it be? A life of adventure and risk, or comfort and routine? Call me an old fool, but unlike some younger people I know, I'm not that swift to forget about the man I've been all my life. I haven't yet said farewell to him. I know I'll miss the palace, my service, my prince, even if it was all a facade for a lonely life. You won't be alone anymore. Yes, there's that. I meant to speak to you about us. I'd like to know where we stand when it comes to our relationship. I can't blame you for asking, but the truth is, I've been wondering that myself. We simply don't know each other all that well to decide, I think. What we do know, however, is that we share common goals and a certain disregard for those who break the rules important to us. Well said. You did manage to understand me better than I understood myself. Who knew we could have so much in common? Yeah. She totally dodged that question, didn't she? So whatever the future may bring, whatever may happen to us, let's leave it in the future's domain. Exactly. What's important is that, as long as we're together, we can protect and support each other. About that, you are right, my friend. Say, aren't you curious what's behind that curve? I'm dying to find out. Let's go. Uh-oh. the shady character comes back. Okay, I'm going to call it an episode here. I don't know how much longer is left of the game, but it seems like a good stopping place. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me feel encouraged to make more videos. Alright, so I will tell you bye-bye. Bye!